Guys, welcome back to another match reaction. The shirt is going strong. I'm telling you, the shirt is going strong. Just before I get into our reaction, I've just seen the result of that Chelsea game. Fucking hell. The other thing is about Champions League, especially now that these games are all at the same time. You don't really have a sense of what's going on in the other games. So it's up until I've just finished watching our game, is when I flick onto Chelsea and I see 8-2 aggregate. I'm thinking, what on earth has gone on here? But it looks like it's going to be Sporting, man. I didn't think they would turn that 3-goal deficit. They have. Bit of a harsh penalty to Bordeaux. I saw the game, I was like, oh god, that I don't like seeing penalties given like that, because it's like, where's his hand meant to kind of go? But anyways, City are out, Chelsea are out, Spurs will be out, Newcastle potentially as well. So a lot of English teams are going out in the early rounds. But anyways, Arsenal 2, Leverkusen 0. This game, yeah, it was definitely a game where we definitely should not have taken it for granted, or overlooked Leverkusen, because even in the first 20 minutes of this game, they moved the ball so well. Like Grimaldo and Palacios and all these guys that they've got in that team, they are technicians, man, and they moved that ball with such ease. And I was starting to see the first 20 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, they're moving, but they don't have much end product. And I kind of said that in the first leg. I was saying they moved the ball really well, but the end product isn't there, and that's what's going to kill them in both these legs. And I was right, to be honest. We had a lot of chances in that first half. That to me was like, he was looking at that game and he was thinking, it felt like it was going to be one of those games where the keeper is just going to win them the games. You know, those games where you're doing everything you can to score, and the keeper is just on some foolishness, like he's saving anything and everything. And I'd like to give a shout out to, just before I give to the obvious one, Gyökeres. What a good game he had. Held the ball up really well. I like the bit of play he had in the second half where he didn't pass it back. He kind of dragged it, went down the outside and crossed it in with his left foot, and we scored, but got disallowed for the handball. But that was definitely Gyökeres' one of his best games. He's contributing a lot more now, aside from scoring, which is always the thing I've always wanted for him to do. But yeah, a lot better in terms of the intensity this game. We picked up a lot of good areas on the pitch. The Saka and Ben White link up, it just seems like they understand each other a lot more and a lot better than Saka and Timber. And I just think because of obviously they've played with each other for a lot longer, so maybe that partnership and connection kind of comes in a lot easier. And also the international team, actually maybe I was going to say that, but Ben White, kind of just gave up on England a little bit. So maybe that's not the case in that aspect, but there's definitely more of an intrinsic connection he has with Ben, even though I thought Saka in parts was poor. There's one instance in the first half where the ball kind of dropped to him in the middle of the pitch, and he just failed to control it, like no pressure whatsoever. And there's times when Saka gets onto the ball and the attack just dies. Like, he's not as potent as he was maybe a couple months, like 18 months ago. I'm not saying he's good at beating his players, but when I think of Saka, I think there's times before now, where he was very good at finding that extra bit of space to pop the shot. Now he doesn't even do that. There's a few times when the ball came to him, he's trying to, you know what he's going to do, you know what he wants to do. He wants to kind of he wants to open that space to allow him to pop the shot. And it just wasn't his day-to-day at all. there's so many times when he was trying to do that, it just doesn't work. He has to go down on the outside, and he had a couple of shots where he kind of hit the keeper and stuff like that. But that keeper was on levels that I don't even think I thought we could see. Sorry guys, I'm very tired, but we could see in this knockout phase, because we had a lot of chances in that first half, and I was thinking, when we scored that first goal, I'll get to that in a minute. But when we scored that first goal, I was thinking, we need a second, because these lot are not down and out. But anyways, what a hit from your friends, what a hit from Eze. Like, he caught that so sweetly. And the thing is, yeah, that goal kind of went, the whole scenario just went so quick. You didn't even get time to kind of process what was going on. Like, you just didn't get time. Like, the ball just flew off the net so quick. I'm just watching it now. He just banged it in so well. But yeah, fantastic goal from Gyökeres. And, you know, it kind of gives us that bit of cushion going into the second half. And, you know, what a goal by Declan as well. It kind of just bends inwards and then goes back into the inside. So yeah, it's gonna be Sporting. This an interesting and also a different game to Leverkusen. These non-English teams, one thing you do know about them is that they can play, they can move the ball a lot better than, you know, we give them credit for. And also the lack of physicality is kind of where we are in that aspect. Oh, and they lost as well. City lost. Fucking hell. Guys, this is the thing about these games. You just don't see them until your game is done. So I'm just seeing here, and I'm seeing City out, Chelsea out. Yeah, Spurs are out as well. So yeah, it's definitely an opportunity for us to reach the final. I definitely think in terms of the Champions League, over the course of however many years we've been in the Champions League, since I've been alive anyway, and I'm dating back to the Wenger days, I can't remember a time when I genuinely felt like we have a very good chance to reach the final. And when you reach a final, anything can happen. Like, anything can happen in a final. So it's one of those ones where you just have to take it as it is. And I think when we play Sporting, it's going to be the same kind of approach, you know, away in the first leg and then take it home in the second. And it's one of those ones where you just have to look at the current crop of teams that are left. You know, City and Madrid was kind of like, either one would go. I thought City would do them, but Real got through there in the end. So it's one of those ones where I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, this is our best chance to get our hands on this trophy, and there's not going to be many opportunities because we're in a very good side of the draw. We've done the first part, which is beat Leverkusen. Now it's go beat Sporting, and you've done, you know, 2 out of 2. Then you're into the semis, and then at that point it's either Barca, Atleti, Newcastle, or even Spurs. And at that point, you know, anything can happen in those games. So just take it as it is. Next game is the Carabao Cup, and you know, I'm of the belief that this game means a lot more than what we Arsenal fans are putting it towards, and mainly because morale is such a big thing in football and in a squad as well. Building that confidence going into the back end of this season is so important, and beating a team that you're competing with as well is just equally as important. And I think we need to kind of go into that mindset of, we beat them here and we're rubbing our hands together. That's kind of like how I'm looking at it, because we're in such a good position in all comps. Like, I'm not even thinking about the quadruple or anything like that, because it's not something that we should be thinking about. You know, think about, just focus on the league. Obviously the Carabao Cup now, try and win that. go for the league, and then the FA Cup and the champs, any of those things can go in our favour as well. So good result, good victory. What a strike by Eze. I thought he was the man of the match. For a lot of the time this season, I've been saying games bypass Eze a lot. Like, there's a lot of times when the game is just flying by 60, 70 minutes and you're wondering, where's Eze? And I saw that little cameo. I tried to put Ethan on in the 10. Look, I want to see Ethan play a lot more, but we're in the business end of the season now where games are coming thick and fast. The stakes of the games are coming and they're rising as well. So take that as you will. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the Carabao Cup final. Hopefully we win. Hopefully we beat City. Hopefully we're catching them at a good time. Morale's low. They're probably feeling sorry for themselves, and it's just our job now to finish the job. Well, it's not a league game, but it's a cup game. So let's go there and beat them, and yeah, we'll go from there. But guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry, I'll see you in the Carabao Cup final, the pre-match, and hopefully we get our hands on that trophy, because I've not seen us win this trophy at all. Like, I also remember the City one where we got slapped all over the place, 3-0 remote. Yeah, and that one against Birmingham 2011. Whose fault was it? Szczesny or Koscielny? Who knows, man. But anyway, guys, I'll see you after the Carabao Cup final.